Hello everyone, Larry Robertson here. In this video, I'm going to show you how to adjust the admin option settings for the Responsive Iframe Watchdog. Assuming that you've already installed the plugin and activated it, we are going to go straight to Settings and click Responsive Iframe Watchdog. Now the first time you run it, you don't have any trusted servers, and this is all about trusting domain names or server names. So down at the bottom here, you're going to see a list of violations. I'll get to those in a second. Let's concentrate on the top under settings first. There are basically two settings here. First of which, is whether or not you want to allow an HTTP protocol. By default, it's off, and that's highly recommended that you leave it off. That way, HTTPS with SSL is required. All right. So the trusted list of domain names here will usually have a list of domain names in it, i.e. www.youtube.com might be in it, and a whole list of ones that you trust. But the first time you run it, you're going to come up with a list of violations. In this case, there's 43 violations here. We can see right there. Now the violation itself is described and highlighted in yellow in the rightmost column, called untrusted domain. Alright, as you can see, we got quite a few YouTubes, and there's quite a few different domain names in there. So for any one of these, you can preview the post, you can edit the post. It gives you an idea here as to what tag. These are all tags created by this plugin, by using this plugin to create the embeds. But if I scroll down to older stuff, you can see actual iframes were used on some of the original ones. So it gives you an idea of the context of where this untrusted domain is used. It's used in an iframe or what have you. It could be a source HTML tag, it could be an embed HTML tag, or a video HTML tag, what have you. This will just give you the context of it. Okay, let's look at some of the posts on our site before we trust anything. And we will find out that when we go to preview these guys, we get an error message in every single case saying that it's an invalid embed because it's not a trusted server. And that's going to be true with every single post that we had that has an embed in it. Now that may worry some people, but don't be worried at all, because you'll have it fixed in no time flat. Just look at this one. See, this one's an error as well. Okay, so how do we fix this? We just simply start trusting domains by clicking the Add Trusted list. So let's start with the first one. Let's add www.youtube.com and trust that. Now we see our count went down to 27, and all of the youtube.coms in the list have now disappeared. So we just go through these one at a time. Do we want to trust player.vimeo.com? Yeah, let's trust that one. Let's just go through and trust them all for right now. And now we're done, so we want to click Save Changes. So now we have a list of everything that we trust. And in my case here, we trust everything on the site, but on your site, you may not even be aware of what kind of embeds are out there. So pay close attention when you do it, please. Alright, so now if we go back to our posts and look at our posts, in a very little short amount of time, we have got all of our original site back and everything's intact. And from this point on, instead of using iframes and such, we probably want to use um, this plugin, because this plugin makes them responsive both for HD, SD 4x3s. All of them will be responsive and look perfect. So in a future video, please watch all the video tutorials that are associated with the plugin. I have put them all in a playlist on YouTube, and there'll be a link to them in the README file. You could probably also search YouTube for them. And they will explain exactly how to use this. I can just give you a brief, real quickie right here. If I go to YouTube and I were to get the URL to this video, copy link address, the one you're watching right now, believe it or not, and if I click on the little dog there, that's my dog Khloe, and go under YouTube and just paste a URL in there and click embed shortcode and then preview it, blam, you're done. Here's the video you're watching right now, and it is responsive all the way down to an iPhone or
Hello, everyone.
what have you.
Barry Roberts.
Completely responsive on any device or in any browser. But that's all I want to cover in this video. Please watch the remaining videos. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit the like button at the bottom.